What's up, guys? It's Matt. Today we are going to be touching up the custom grill on my 2015 Silverado, and you guys can see it there. If you guys want to see how I put this thing on and where I got it, how much it costs and all that, there's another video for that. I did that video like 4 years ago, so this thing has gotten weathered and we're going to touch it up, make it look new again. But if you want to see that other video on how to do this and all that, the description below, I've got a link down there in the description. Check that out and let's get to it. Yeah, so as you can see here, the paint is chipping off, which is kind of expected. This thing is plastic, the frame of it anyway. This is metal, the mesh, but this is all plastic, and it's just gotten really ugly and weathered in the last 4 or 5 years since I put this thing on. I'd say about 4.5 years, I think, since I put this thing on there. So we're gonna touch it up. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is sand this down and smooth it out first before I put a new coat of paint on the plastic part, the frame around here. And I've got one of these 153M sand blocks. This is a medium, so it smooths it out real good. And when you do that, just be careful not to sand off your paint on your hood or anything. So just watch what you're doing there. Oh yeah, that's working great. All right, once you think you got it nice and smooth, just go around with your hand, feel for anywhere you might feel little ridges or bumps. Make sure you get it all smooth, because you're going to see any imperfections once you get that new coat on there. You know, any ridges or bumps or anything from old paint is going to come through probably. Just get it as smooth as you can get it. Should look something like this, where you can see a lot of the paint's already gone. All right, I think I got it. So the next thing you want to do is get all this dust. You're gonna have a lot of dust, and get a wet rag, or I'm using a paper towel, and just clean it real good. Make sure you get all that dust off there. Look at that, nasty. All right, so now we're gonna start taping. I've got some basic painter's tape, and I've got a roll of paper that I'm gonna put a layer of tape around first, and then I'm gonna put the paper on and tape it to that first line of tape. And you know, the paper will cover your stuff you don't want paint on the rest of your vehicle. So I definitely recommend use some kind of paper, newspaper, something. All right, paper looks good. I'm not going to paper the inside. Matter of fact, I am going to touch these little spots. There's some chips in the paint and the mesh on here. I'm going to touch those up with a brush. But just try not to get paint all up in there, so it shouldn't be too bad. Let's get to painting. All right, get the paint shook up. This is the paint I'm going to be using. This Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch 2X Ultra Cover Paint and Primer Premium High Gloss. So you want it to shine nice and black. I would suggest, you know, maybe doing a test of this, making sure you get the right color, especially if your vehicle's not black, and, you know, if you want to match the color real well. But I've already tested this, and it is perfect for what I need it for. It says right here, also bonds to plastic, so this should work great. Make sure you shake it up real good and get started. Alright, so like I said, to touch up some of these spots in the mesh, I'm going to use a brush. I got me just a basic little brush here, and I'm going to use this paper here and the paint. What I'm going to do, I'm going to spray a bunch of this paint into the paper, and that way I've got something to dip my brush in, hopefully. And that dries fast, so be careful. There we go. That's working great. So all we got to do now is let this stuff dry, and it dries pretty fast, so it won't take long. So we'll check back on it in just a second.
A few moments later.
All right, now that the paint's dry, I'm going to go ahead and peel all this paper and tape off. Get this stuff out of my way here. All right, and there you have it. Looks like new again. Well, almost. I do see some minor imperfections. You can see here it's a little rough in here. The better you sand it, the smoother it's going to be. So if I'd have spent a little bit longer sanding, that would have been perfect, but it's hardly noticeable, so I don't mind. There's a little spot over here. I can see where the paint ran just a little bit, but I can always go over it again with some sandpaper and touch it up some more. I got plenty of material left. But right now, it looks way better than it did before I did this, as it was starting to get worn and stuff. And now I'm looking good. So, what do you guys think? Blacked out. So there you guys have it. My custom grill all touched up and looking nice and new again. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully it helped you out. Again, if you guys want to see where I got this grill and how to put it on, I took out the old grill and installed this one and showed you guys exactly how to do that. It's pretty easy. I'm not really a mechanic or any expert or nothing. I was able to do it myself, but you want to see that, go to the description below and click on the link and you'll get to that video. And I hope you liked it. We'll see you guys all next time. Peace. There's some paint there.